welcome back to Slow Dogs Off-Road. Today's video, we're going to be talking about windshields. Right here, windshields. Which windshield is the right windshield for your off-road rig? Is it polycarbonate or is it glass? When I first bought this side-by-side, the dealer threw in a CFmoto polycarbonate windshield, which is a great windshield. The windshield has the CFmoto trademarked clamping system to take the windshield in and out in a breeze. It's really quick. I like that. But the one complaint that I get from a lot of people that I read online and I see on forums and Facebook groups is how to keep polycarbonate from scratching. Well, the way to do that is you don't introduce dust and a windshield wiper, right? Dust and a windshield wiper, because when you introduce dust and a windshield wiper and then liquid, it turns to like grit and will scratch the polycarbonate windshield. So the CFmoto polycarbonate windshield that I have, I probably used it 3 times on 3 separate rides, and I did have a manual wiper installed on that windshield. And over time from using it, and it worked great, you can see, even when the windshield is completely clean, a path where that wiper actually ended up, I don't want to say scratching, but causing a pathway of movement. So I also see a lot of people that go out and they'll buy polycarbonate windshields and then complain 2 days later or 3 weeks later or whatever, I'm going to switch to glass. So I'm not knocking polycarbonate. The CFmoto windshield is actually pretty cool because, like I said, it has the quick releases. You can take it in and out. If you want to pop it in and out, you know, let's just say you're going on a trip and it's cold. I'm gonna take my windshield with me just in case I want to pop it in to stay warm, block a little bit of that cold air while you're riding. You can put it in the back of your car or your SUV or whatever. It comes in and out, it pops in and out really, really quick and easy. Or if it's a dusty day, I'm gonna take my windshield with me, and if it's dusty, it'll help block some of that dust. So having the ability to pop the windshield in and out is great when you want to pop it in and out. I am one of those individuals who likes to be able to take the windshield in and out relatively quickly and easily, because just as I mentioned earlier, you might go on a trip. We just actually came back from a weekend trip. We rode the Allegheny National Forest here in Pennsylvania, and I hauled out to that trip with the windshield in, but then there was a day that it was a little bit warmer and I wanted to remove the windshield, and I did. I removed this windshield within a minute. I had it popped out. Now, the one thing I want to note, we ended up collaborating with Bent Metal Off-Road, and this is a Bent Metal Off-Road windshield. This is full glass. It does have vents, and I can open them. I'll show you here. There's just a knob in here, as you can see right there. Okay, so it does have vents you can open and close. The vents work great. The build and construction on this is amazing. I mean, it is like a tank. The polycarbonate windshields, because they are plastic, they do run light, but having glass is just awesome. Having glass is probably the way a lot of people end up going. You know, like I said earlier, I see people complain about polycarbonate scratching, and then you find out they just upgraded the glass. So one thing that I want to note about the Bent Metal Off-Road windshield is it has 2 anchor points. It has a strapping system down on each side right here, which is common strap. Just loosen the strap, tighten it up, goes around your roll bar. The other anchor points are actually up in here. You probably can't see that, but there are 2 holes. This is for the CFmoto. I don't know how all the other ones are. It's right up there. I don't know how the Can-Ams, the Hondas, the Yamahas, I don't know how they mount, but this windshield has the strap mount and also 2 bolts that go through up in here inside your frame. I didn't want to have it bolted because if I want to be able to take this in and out on a trip, or take it in and out relatively quickly, I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have to try to get up here with a wrench and try to get in here with a ratchet and have to fight with that. It's not a bad design, trust me. I'm not knocking bent metal off-road. But I do have a tip for bent metal off-road down the road in the future, if there's something they want to lean to, is what I did is, if you look up here, I actually took my Dremel with a cutting wheel and I actually cut a slot on this side and that side. So now I can strap in and remove this windshield very quickly if I have to. Rather than have to undo the 2 bolts, I can pop this windshield in and out very quickly within a minute. Now, another thing I want to make note of is CF Moto's roll bars are not truly round, at least up here in the windshield area. I mean, even the Gen 3s, or Gen 2s anyway. I don't know how the Gen 1s are, but they're more like a notchy. They're more notched out, and I think that's just because the way their accessories, you know, that mount to these. In order to run my mirrors and my mounts for my lights, for my LED light pods, I had to literally take these off and grind them down on a tabletop belt sander in order to squeeze them in between the windshield. It worked perfectly. So don't be deterred that if you do get a windshield, you can't run any type of accessories on your roll bar. You can, you just got to know what to do. And my polycarbonate windshield, I ended up having to notch the side out on one side in order to fit these. So keep that in mind if you're going to add a windshield to your rig. But I will say I am super impressed with this windshield. Now, the other cool thing is with bent metal off-road is they offer a wiper kit. This is a manual wiper, okay? I can operate this inside the side-by-side. A lot of people run them, there's nothing wrong with them. But there's a lot of people that like power wiper units. Bent Metal Off-Road does sell a kit that actually includes the wiper. There's the hardware for the box, the hardware for the unit itself, where the motor is, and it has the power switch. It has a reservoir for, you know, to spray the water on the windshield. It also has a dome light, and I'm pretty sure the motor comes with the switches, the toggle. I think there's a high and a low for, you know, for the wiper. And I mean, who doesn't like that, right? Because the less we got to do, the better, especially for me. I don't want to have to do any work while I'm out there. But I did talk to Bent Metal Off-Road. They're actually going to, you know, work with me on getting that unit in the near future. So we're looking forward to putting that in and checking that out and see how it works. But listen, if you guys are in the market for a windshield and you're leaning towards polycarbonate or glass, I would definitely go glass. I would definitely go glass, just for the reasons I mentioned earlier. And I just think you're going to have a better experience, and it's going to save you money. The CF Moto polycarbonate windshield was $400. And I think this out the door was $650. So another $250 more, and you're getting a solid, I mean, an awesome product. You got your vents, you got your glass, you got your seals. I mean, this thing, I mean, it looks like a windshield for a Jeep, right? I mean, it's solid. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please subscribe, give us a like, drop us a comment. Let us know what windshield you're running and tell us why you like it. Tell us why, you know, you're opting for polycarbonate over glass. If you're running a bent metal windshield, shout out, sound off. Thanks for watching. Tune in. Please subscribe for more videos to come. Have a great day.